Welcome to Football with Cheese. So one of my subscribers asked me to make this video. I had this included in the Viking video yesterday, which I'll link in the box if you have not checked it out. But I wanted to keep it, around 12 minutes. I tried to keep the videos under 10, but it went 16 minutes, so I had to cut some parts out. So that is why I did not mention this. So make sure you are subscribed, hit that bell for notification, because we do need to talk about JJ McCarthy and why he did not play in weeks 3 through 8 and why he didn't play this past game. The conspiracy theory in me does not think he was injured at all. It was talked about when they announced that he had a high ankle sprain and Carson Wentz would start in week 3. Now, the media just accepted it. Oh, he's got a high ankle sprain. He'll miss a few weeks. Oh, he's got a concussion. He won't play against the Seahawks. They just accept it. We're supposed to accept it. Okay? Here's the thing. I watched that Falcons game. It was a primetime game in week 2. He did not suffer a high ankle sprain in that game. I watched the last play for JJ McCarthy in that game. He moved around fine. Walked off the field fine. Then, all of a sudden, he's got a high ankle sprain, and we're starting Carson Wentz. Okay. So now he plays Green Bay about a week and a half ago. And there was a play, late first, early second quarter, something like that. I watched every snap of that game as well. And he did hit his head a little bit on a scramble. But no one checked him that I know of. And if they did, he passed. He continued playing the game. All of a sudden, they say on the flight home from Wisconsin, he had concussion symptoms. And he's out this week. Okay, let's go back now. JJ McCarthy was awful in the first 3 quarters in week 1 against Chicago, and then played amazing in the fourth quarter. They won the game. Then, like I said, in Atlanta, they had some offensive line injuries, which we've talked about Minnesota's offensive line. It's a good offensive line, but they have no depth. All their backups are practice squad level talent, and they had some injuries. And Atlanta has all these good young pass rushers. Absolute disaster in week 2. And JJ McCarthy was horrible. So, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're thinking, well, they want to save face. They don't want to actually bench him. So they say, oh, he's hurt. So let Carson Wentz play a little bit. And that goes on for 5 games in 6 weeks. Carson Wentz is a starter. And Carson Wentz, I'm not sure what game it was, but he starts out really good, plays well against the Bengals, who have a terrible defense. Then they go to Ireland, I believe, lose to Pittsburgh. They beat Cleveland. Then they lose to Philadelphia and the Chargers, all under Carson Wentz. And Wentz was terrible in the last 2 games, but he had a hurt shoulder, non-throwing shoulder. And he shouldn't be playing, and they knew that. And played him anyway. Now, high ankle sprain, I've had one. I was on crutches for the first week, but it's typically a 3 to 5 week injury. And he basically didn't play for 7 straight weeks, if you count the bye. All of a sudden, oh, JJ McCarthy, he's healed. His high ankle sprain's fine. So if you're a Vikings fan, you're like, okay, he played great in that fourth quarter against Chicago. There were offensive line injuries against the Falcons. Okay, he played well. We beat Detroit at Detroit, something we hardly ever do. Okay. Then the next 3 games are an absolute disaster. Lose to the Ravens at home, lose to the Bears at home. Should have probably won that game despite McCarthy being awful. And never in the game against Green Bay. He throws 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in those 3 games. Now, all of a sudden, when he's playing horrible, when there's offensive line issues, it's like they're protecting him. And a concussion is a perfect way to miss games, because you can miss 1 game or you can miss 4 or 5, depending on the concussion, because you have to pass the test. And the conspiracy theorist to me believes that he has not had a high ankle sprain, that he does not have a concussion, and they're trying to protect him. I don't know why you can't bench a quarterback anymore. Bryce Young got benched last year and was better for it, came back and played better. Maybe Minnesota doesn't want to admit that he's not ready to play. They should have gone out and gotten someone better than Carson Wentz, but they didn't when they lost Sam Darnold. I talk all about Sam Darnold. Make sure, like I said, you check out in the box at the end. But I'm thinking that there was no ankle sprain. There was no concussion. They're trying to protect him. Here's the problem. Max Brosmer had to play because Wentz is out for the year. And that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen a quarterback play in my life against the Seahawks. They did not score. He had one of the worst interceptions you'll ever see. It was an absolute disaster. Max Brosmer should not be on a field. He is not a player that should be in the NFL. It's that bad. So, let me know in the comments. Do you think McCarthy ever had the ankle sprain? Do you think he's ever had the concussion? I don't think so. I think they're trying to protect him. They don't want to admit that he's not ready. And I don't know what they're going to do going forward. Did they bring in a veteran off the street? I don't know who's available. It's just such a disaster for the Vikings this season. I know a lot of fans are mad at the front office. So, once again, let me know in the comments. If you enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. Lights Out Podcast tonight. Me and Mike, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Thank you all for coming out to the college football special last night. If you've not, once again, check this out. And I'll see you in the next video.